complete opposite of luck. What is...
Ooh, welcome to Bogside Chats, where we're talking everything DeFi Kingdoms and keeping it casual. My name is Matty Pesk. As always, I am joined by Franz and Guy Kid. Guy, please continue your rant that was going on right when I clicked the button.
My glorious pirate with 36 luck is the complete opposite of lucky, because he just lost 10 straight duel matches.
10 in a row. Man, that's
10
got to
in a
be...
row.
You
That's
get
a
something
shame.
for that, right? Don't you get something for that?
That's
Gold
That's
medal.
terrible.
Participation trophy.
yeah. Maybe open a support ticket. Could do that.
Perfect.
Devs, please fix.
Can
Franz,
devs please
how
do
are you? How we doing?
Not great. I'm fighting it a little bit. I was home very late tonight, and I ordered some sushi. And I ate the sushi faster than I think is medically recommended to eat sushi. But we're here. We're ready to go.
Is the time to eat sushi, is the medical recommendation faster or slower than regular food?
I would say slow. I would say
would think
it's not
slower,
the type
yeah.
of food that you're supposed to shovel in.
No, certainly not.
And that's what I did to be here for the fans, for the
yeah.
I did
Appreciate your
for the chat.
dedication.
Yeah, because I knew I couldn't leave the two of you alone.
Of course, yeah. And I shout out, I was sick last week and bailed. So thank you guys. You guys had an awesome show last week. That mythic thief, right? The thief ninja, that was insane.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't watch it last week, Fran summoned the highest agility hero in the game, no question in my mind. It might not be. It's not right now, but it will be. It will be when it's like level 20.
There might be a ninja that's. I meant to check that, but it's definitely on pace to shatter the highest agility.
Right. It's like it's like top 5 right now. And it's level 10, right?
Yes, it's.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 or 4 agility behind a level 16, which is the highest.
That is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
if there's combat coming, you guys all see that thief up close and personal. So
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Well,
Why
we're
am
not
I
going to
your
be
team?
seeing it in a PvP situation. However, we may be seeing it in a PvE situation. Not even 8 hours. That's probably dramatic. When did they post that? Not even 6 hours ago. The team posted a surprise trailer. It is the second birthday of DFK, and they are going to be releasing PvE. It is super exciting. We're going to go through the trailer that they dropped, like detail by detail, and some alpha potentially that was pulled from Discord and stuff like that. I have a few notes I want to go through at the top of the show here, because stuff happened. There's been a lot of stuff happening in this past week for DFK. But prior to this trailer, Duels Season 5 started, and the champion system was released. And I've been loving it. I won one solo for like 5 minutes.
Meaning you were not like
I was the champion. Yeah, I challenged and won got the throne for a little bit.
Nice.
With my
represent
my ninja. That is like one of the first heroes I ever bought. It's a ninja fisher. It got the 5 in a row. See, the hardest part about it is the 5 in a row. You got to win 5 in a row. You got to have a minimum score of 500, and you got to get 5 in a row to be eligible to challenge. And the 5 in a row is the hardest part, Guy, as you probably just learned with your.
Pretty easy to lose 5.
Well, it seems like he's doing things in a row very easily, just
right.
the other way.
Yeah,
a lot of losses in a row.
It's actually just as probable the other way. But have you guys got a chance to do some duels?
I haven't yet. I'm waiting a little bit till I haven't. Zelly's might have updated. Probably he's very quick, so he's probably updated to let Helper do that. But I've just been busy, so doing it manually wasn't in the cards for me. I've been doing it manually. I don't know, and I don't want to say the wrong thing about that. So I don't know. I don't think that's available yet. Like the automatic challenge.
Mm-hmm. Like regular
cool.
Duels is still working fine.
Yeah, exactly. I have it on. I have my DFK helper on Duels regular.
So it's a separate thing you have to click on.
Right. It's a different entry. Okay. It's super fun. I think it's very cool. Although, right now it's like a legendary sage who's at like level 15. like for the solos at least. That's because that's the only one I'm gonna do well in. And like a Dread Knight Dragoon was there for a while prior to that. Like the big boys are holding down the fort for the most part.
As
but
it
like,
should be, kind of.
But like my Ninja won when Ninja was one of the bonus classes, and it has a pet attached to it. It has a rare pet attached to it. So like, if you utilize every single bonus and you hit the timing right, I think it's possible to take the seat, especially for solos. Mm-hmm. Great, I like the squad and war. It's a little bit harder. You really got to have a lot of heroes to be competitive in the champion challenges there.
Yeah, and then it must be hard to kind of hold the seat, right? Because say you get there with your Ninja, mm-hmm. the bonus turns over to some other class, right. Say Dread Knight.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Well, it's a few classes, sure, but you know what I'm saying.
Goes off totally.
Ninja, and then the people challenging are going to be able to utilize that. You, as the champion, the defender, can't. So
no, totally. I held it for like a little more than 5 minutes because 5 minutes was my over.
Long enough to get the tweet out.
Yeah, exactly. 5 minutes was my over under, so it was over 5 minutes, but it wasn't over a half an hour.
Pretty sure it wasn't over the 10 that I doubled.
Yeah, even 10. Yeah, it probably wasn't over 10. That's fair. Yeah, I think it's super cool, and I think Frisky was a big part of this, and so I think he has every reason to be proud of it because it's really cool. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting mechanic. Not to repeat what we said last week, but I really hope that these kind of mechanics that he's spending all this time working on and doing a really good job of making can be easily kind of adapted into the combat system.
100%. I agree.
In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
No, totally. All right, moving on to my next little quick note at the top here. The jewel price / this whale who's been dumping.
Yeah.
He appears to have run out of ammo. And the price shot back up. Well, not fully back up.
If
but
you zoom way in on the chart, it's a pretty V-shaped recovery there.
Yeah. Clearly, I think it's a the community is very smart, and they saw this wallet dumping, and they realized he ran out, and then a bunch of people jumped in. I think it's nothing to be worried about. Anybody who's into this game and who cares about it, it's like, yeah, it happened, but this guy just exited. We're all going to move on. You guys have any thoughts on that?
I bought some.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the bottom, but I bought some at 9.
Well, even now, it's still a little lower right now, isn't it?
It's at 11.
Yeah.
I bought some at 9.
Nice.
I think I got like 10,000 jewel or something. So it was a pretty sizable bag for me.
Right.
Yeah. We talked about it last week. It's the idea that like, hey, if you're a short-term trader, yeah, that might have been a little scary for you. But like most of us that are here, it's, we're here because we believe in the game, and it's just a buying opportunity. Like unless 100%. You're looking to exit, in the past week or two, it's not really that effective, not affecting you much.
Cheap jewel is good jewel.
Yeah, for a time. Eventually, we want expensive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Would be nice.
All right, very good. Next note: on-ramp partnerships. They got a new NPC in the docks. They did so many partnerships that I got the names of the things wrong last time I talked about this. So
you were corrected. All good.
Who's Synchronicity? That's not what it's called. What's the new one? Well, Swipe Lux, and then there was another one.
Singularity?
Singularity. There we go.
Yeah.
What were you going?
The prep work on this podcast is...
I was more concerned with the trailer. Come on.
I mean, I wasn't speaking up. I didn't know.
Basically, on-ramps available for everybody but the United States is the ending point there, and I think it's great news. It's awesome.
Thanks, Uncle Gary.
Is that the name of the NPC?
Pensor.
Oh, right.
It's not available in the US. All right.
Yeah. I don't call him Uncle Gary. I have other names. But yeah, I think it's great. No notes. Just like I think it's interesting. They added an NPC. I don't know. Any notes on onboarding? It's exciting.
No,
they're clearly building momentum for more things to drop and marketing push.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've always been of the belief that like if you build a good product, which I think they're doing, like I don't, and not to say, I mean, the team is probably way more in tune with this than I am, but I don't think that MetaMask as a barrier is as big of a barrier as they kind of make it out to be, and all the hoops they're kind of jumping through to get around it. If you have a good product, people are gonna come. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think it's a fair assessment. I think making it easier is just icing on the cake, you know?
Yeah. No, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about MetaMask versus like
Name another wallet. Yeah. All right, cool. I mean, that's all that. There's not much to talk about there.
Good input, guy.
yeah. No, what's the new
Oh shit. No, sorry.
wallet? Halliday, right? The Halliday wallet? Is that what you were going for?
No. I was just joking because like I don't know other wallets.
Yeah.
Like, no one knows the only name.
Just
Rabbi,
going into the whole
Rabbi.
build of the Halliday wallet aspect of it. It's just, I remember 6-10 months ago, we were talking about like, we don't want 100% of this game to be on chain.
Right.
And getting off of MetaMask is one of the ways that you can do that.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. That's a good point.
Anyways,
I'm glad you got that out.
We're off to a great start.
Off to a great start. We got to get to the trailer. That's why I'm like rushing through the like beginning notes. What was I gonna say?
Bob with
Oh
his
yeah.
patented charm.
I also want to give a big shout out. I don't know if you guys caught it last Thursday. Our friends over at Mythic Squad had Frisky Fox on himself.
Yeah.
It was a pretty fun interview. One of the big things I pulled from it. I don't know. Did you guys see it, by the way? I don't know if you. I think one of the big things I pulled from it is that he can't say it because of legal issues and like keys and private keys and like personal keys being given out. But I think he supports Zellies and DFK Helper. It sounded like he was like super in support of it and like wants people to be using bots, but like can't legally say Kingdom Studios supports bots.
No,
you know, like,
And I don't think he so much is endorsing people to utilize other people's bots. Really what he was getting at, if he wasn't on the development side of this, he would be building his own bot to play the game for him.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever been against bots. They just, as you said, like they can't endorse something that someone else is making because if there is some kind of a hack or some kind of a rug or whatever, then they're, you know, kind of on the hook for it. Not legally on the hook for it, but, you know.
It would not be a good.
It wouldn't be a good look.
For the
No.
brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was very fun, so everybody go check that out. It was last Thursday.
The letter that Starbuck wrote from Frisky in the future.
That was funny. That was very funny.
That was wild.
Yeah. That was good shit.
That portion of
it. Yeah, those guys are a lot of fun. We gotta go on there. We should have a Bogside invades Mythic Squad.
Yeah, so we're not inviting them on our pod. We're inviting
ourselves. No, we're inviting ourselves onto theirs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. All right, that's all I had for like other notes. Did you guys have any other quick notes at the top here about like just stuff from prior to this trailer?
Nope, just the two pieces on the trailer.
All right, beautiful.
Yeah. No.
All right, so
should we pull it up?
Yeah, let's pull it up. So this trailer dropped today with a nice Medium article explaining a lot of the things in it.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. That is. I just didn't. Oh, I thought you were going to continue talking there.
Sorry, yeah, no. I had to yell at Alexa. Yeah. So they dropped this trailer, and it's going to be PvE where we're fighting wild boars. Wait, why aren't you playing it? Hit play.
I thought you were giving an intro, man.
That was it.
I want to play over your intro. This is a big moment.
Oh, because you're gonna have the sound on. You're gonna have the sound on. That's why. Okay, do it. No, do it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. All right.
Oh, this is fun.
Do we keep talking?
No, you don't keep talking.
We just watch it.
Shut up.
Watch it. That's today. Second birthday. I love. Yeah.
The music is great.
The music is the whole like theme of it being this like happy-go-lucky fun thing.
As you're shooting arrows at boars.
Well, no, but then it like the like void parts of it. Yeah. Ambulance.
unique amulets, not just amulets.
Well, no. Well, what? I love we're all in silence. Oh, what's next?
Nope. They're not a sponsor. Get it off the screen.
Yeah, there it is. It's so exciting. PvE, fighting wild boars. I'm so excited.
Did either of you think this is what we were getting today? Because I didn't.
No. Sorry. So we should have mentioned. I should have done that in the intro. You were right, Franz. I should have done a better intro there.
Usually.
The team has been hinting with these little like black dots, eclipse things, for weeks now, almost, or not weeks, but like for a while. They've been like changing their PFPs and Bolon changed all the like the chats and Discord threads, whatever. And it's all leading up to this void, this void thing taking over, and there's going to be these new items called void shards. And I don't know what that was.
So at first I thought it was a random comment, but because they're boars, pigs, bacon, it actually it made sense.
But also just saying I love bacon, like,
I mean, who doesn't?
I encourage the chat to say whatever they want. So that's what I guess. I mean, we're guessing that's what this like eclipse black dot thing is in reference to the void, right? I mean, it can't be anything else, I don't think.
I was originally thinking it was some partnership that they were hinting at or something along those lines, but it's definitely this void gameplay that they're building up.
Yeah. Because now every single thread, the icon for it is the void, and like some, like I said, like profile pictures were changed and stuff like that. And I love the idea of the trailer being this like happy, fun time, and then like the void comes in, it's just like evil, dark. You know, it's just like the whole thing is fun.
It's funny. I watched the trailer when it first came out, and even just now, like, I don't know if you saw my mouse go up because I thought that the video was just crapping out as it was doing that transition.
Yeah, no, it was done well. It was cool. So the Medium article that came out with it, and they just released a second Medium article, which we'll talk about later. Basically, there's going to be, I mean, raids. Would that be a fair? I mean, Guy, I'll go to you on that. I don't know. A hunt.
That would be a raid. So a raid is if it's just you going on your hunt. Raid would be like multiple people.
Oh, okay. So I guess I can't say raid.
We're really getting particular about this.
He jumped.
I get a little.
It's not a raid, you idiot. God. Ever play a video game before?
You're going to go on a hunt where you're going to face off with some wild boars. You're going to pick 3 of your heroes. Basically the current combat system, the combat testing grounds, anything that's in the current combat testing grounds will be able to be used for this one. So that means knight, priest, and archer, their skills up to tier 5, and then everybody else just basic attacks. It's very cool.
So one change that they mentioned, I think it's in the Medium article, they are going to be level locked, the skills. Is that right?
So it's based on the hero's level.
Right. That's what I mean, level locked.
Yeah. Like so you're not going to have full access to everything. It'll be whatever level the hero is.
Did they mention anything about what level the boars are going to be?
So yes, that was talked about later.
Okay.
When Hubert was like giving some alpha in the chat. There's one level, and then if your heroes are average 10 plus, it scales according to it. So if your 3 heroes are like average 11, 12, 13, it scales and gets harder. It gets harder for you at that point.
But you really shouldn't bring heroes less than level 10.
Well, the thing becomes, I think heroes level 1, 2, and 3 are gonna, if that's your whole team, I think they're gonna really struggle to complete it. Because it's geared, it's the increase in difficulty starts at level 10. So that means it's the same for 1 through 10. So I have to imagine those lower levels are really going to struggle. And then it becomes a debate of like, is it worth it to go with them?
Did they give us any hint as to how much XP we're going to be getting? I didn't see anything.
They just said as part of the rewards, there is experience. And then even if you lose, there's experience as well, but it's not going to be as much. So as part of the rewards, it's experience, tiers, and runes, as always. But then there's also going to be 5 new items included in the possible rewards. And again, this is key. This is something you said.
Did they say 5 specifically? I saw several.
No, it's 5. It's 5. See, it's 5 items that are dropped as part of the rewards, and then those 3 amulets are for the amulet airdrop. They're like totally separate.
Yeah.
Oh, and then void shards.
Yeah, the amulet airdrop. Are we going to be able to get these amulets through battling at a low drop rate or something?
I don't think so. No, I think they're just the airdrop.
We've talked about this. Most of the players, unless they think these amulets are going to lure these players back.
Yeah.
A lot of it is going to be airdrop to players that are not playing the game anymore. That was before us, that airdrop.
Right. Well, it said December.
Early.
No, it said December 21. So
I didn't get it. That's all.
Guy might be eligible.
No, we were late.
Really?
I mean, I was first in, not to brag, but
really, I thought Guy bought one.
No.
Oh.
Because it was
on day one that we.
It wasn't based on hero hold.
Oh.
It was a Siege rule. Well, at the time it was
X Jewel.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, never mind that. Yeah.
Worm saying the next Medium article, so maybe they mention in that.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair, but also, well, I think that's great. Do it. Send them to those dead wallets. Why not?
Oh, so there is additional amulet access.
Oh, I don't follow what that means, but I'm sure they'll explain
it. Yeah, you said it's in this.
All right.
Amulets are coming, and we want to give players another chance to get it. Stop moving the screen. 160 amulets for participants of this event. Okay, good. So the
leveling. Oh, yeah. Cool. So yeah, there's 3 different amulets. But again, key point here. I don't think amulets are going to be part of the rewards of this PvE.
Right.
I think those are completely separate. They just announced it at the same time. But it'll be so the rewards for going into this PvE are experience for your hero, runes and tiers, void shards, which is a new item.
That was the point I was getting to with the experience thing, right? Because we were talking about the level of the heroes and what's going to be viable based on the level of the boars and stuff. So, assumption, but you would think the PvE experience is going to be the highest experience attainable per 25 stamina, right?
Right.
Like you'd assume it's higher than a level 10 profession quest.
Yes. And also I want to emphasize, I should have said this earlier, once per day.
Mm-hmm.
Once every 24 hours for every hero. Yes, I have to assume
right.
It would be more than, yeah.
So thought process being lower level heroes are going to have a harder time with it, but that's a pretty massive reward so say it's, I don't know, 600, 700 experience. That's like close to a level up.
Totally.
If I could do with a lower level hero.
And also, I think it'd be very interesting if I bring 2 level 10s and a level 1.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can drag along a low level guy, I think that would be really.
I like
fun.
that a lot. I like that a lot.
The WoW analogy.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a secondary market for people to pay to basically level up heroes through this boar event? I could give you my level 3 heroes, and you'll pair that with 2 of your level 15 or level 20 heroes.
There's trust involved.
And run me through it.
So a couple reasons why I don't think it's going to happen. Number one, it's only once a day. So that's so much effort for once a day. And number two, the fact that they are like property themselves, they're like actual digital, NFTs. I don't think people are going to be trading them around like that. They'll just buy them on the tavern if that's what you want to do. I don't think there's going to be that secondary kind of like, market of like, let's make a deal for leveling up,
Looks like stam pots are up in price per Bob Nothing. But that makes sense for the leveling event, right?
Yeah,
we should.
Yeah, for leveling
Sneak
event.
as many levels in as possible, especially with lower level heroes where not as many stam pots needed.
Wait, let me keep going through the Medium article. It costs 10 crystal and 1k gold to do it, so very minimal to participate. Amulet drop. Okay, and then the 5 items, they didn't confirm this, but the 5 items are very likely going to be equipment that you can put on your hero. Or at least they phrased it. I don't know. I'd have to like check back how they phrased it. But
say that again.
The 5 items that we don't know what they are yet. It's going to be equipment. I think it's going to be weapons. That's my guess. I don't. They didn't say that per se, like exactly. But it's weapons or armor.
I would think it's not weapons personally, because if it's weapons, they're going to be class specific, right? So why wouldn't you give out something that's a little bit more universal, like amulets, for example? And I don't think it'll be amulets, but amulets are universal. They might be better for some classes.
I don't think weapons are going to be class specific. Based on some of the chat that Hubert has been saying, I think eventually there will be, but I think for the most part it's going to be like X number of classes can use a sword. And so it's not going to be everybody, but they're going to be like generalized like that. So I do. That's why like 5. I think it's going to be, 3 martial weapons and 2 magic weapons. Or like 2 and 2 and then 1 armor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many heroes have unique weapons in the current art?
They're all unique.
You get kind of what I'm asking, though. Like,
no, I understand what you're asking.
Like you're talking different classes of weapons.
Sage with like the flower.
Yeah, so every hero currently has its own weapon. So,
well, no, because like Legionnaire and Dragoon, it's very similar. Spear, all the swords are all very similar.
Challenge flag.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I'm with Guy. I don't think a warrior's sword and a berserker's axe. A warrior's sword.
Warrior has a
mace. Sword is very different.
A warrior has a mace.
Oh, right, they changed that.
Yeah.
What's it ever a sword? Am I making that up in my head?
Here.
But again, we're going off artwork here. That's not to say
that
you're not going to be able to put a mace in the hands of a knight, right?
Right. Fair.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, especially like the pirate sword,
the cutlass.
I don't know if that's going to be available for, say, like a paladin.
I think it would be.
Yeah, probably.
It is. I would hope it is. I'll say that.
So the one thing I saw was interesting with that comment is it seems like stats are going to be more kind of level gated, if you will, and not kind of tiered based on a formula of like you need 15 strength to wield this, not so much the weapon is more effective based on your strength rating.
Say that again.
So you got this cutlass for a pirate. This cutlass you're going to need, I don't want to use dexterity because dexterity is a bad example. Maybe you need 12 luck to be able to use it. But having 16 luck versus 12 luck doesn't necessarily improve the durability or the efficiency of the cutlass. It's just your level gate is 12 luck, so you just need to be at 12 luck, which is making me think how I'm leveling heroes is min-max still the right way.
Well, so a few things there. Hubert was, and Maddie, I don't know if you want to take over on this, but Hubert was talking a little bit in the Discord about, stat gates for these weapons, and said that I believe it would be strength based for all the weapons, as far as using them.
Yep. Why is my screen not changing? It's stuck on that picture.
It's a great picture. You're fine.
No, but I have a screenshot of the quote you're looking for.
Oh. Are you sharing the?
I'm sharing the wrong thing. Hold on.
Yep.
Technical difficulties. While we look at that, Mellow Green Giant makes an interesting comment here about botting, and we know he's a reliable source for the more technical stuff. So if PvE is using the off-chain
Oh,
combat system, maybe more difficult or not possible to bot, that would be big. That would be
Interesting.
enormous, right? Because the
right.
complexity of this PvE encounter, right? The complexity of any PvE encounter, really, but especially this
Yep.
very remedial, boar fight would theoretically be very easy to bot. So if it wasn't possible to, that would be pretty big.
Yeah, I agree with that. That'd be great, especially PvE like this, where it's very straightforward.
Right.
I think I'm definitely nervous of that. But yeah, if it's off chain like that, it might be interesting. All right, here's the comment. You can notice a very smart person asked the question. Magic weapons will also require a certain amount of strength to be equipable, but the spell power of the weapon will generally be based on intelligence and wisdom. So this is why I'm going back to my comment that he sort of confirmed it a little bit later that the weapons are not going to be class specific. They're going to be kind of generalized. So that's why I think these 5 items are going to be weapons. And it's going to be I think this is really interesting that there's a strength requirement. I don't love it, to be honest, but like, I guess.
Yeah, it's strange. I would have thought, a wand or a.
What do you need? Why do you need strength for a wand
or a dagger?
Intelligence, yeah,
dagger. Or a dagger. Well, I mean, I guess like physical. I guess makes sense.
You're not a dagger, right? Because that's the whole point of a dagger, and then the reason a thief or a ninja wields it is because
it doesn't need strength
because they're not strong, bulking heroes.
I mean, this might just be kind of something that doesn't have an actual real life explanation. It's just like, because the game needs to make sense. That's why they're doing this.
Sure. And I think it'll also probably be a lower.
Oh my God.
Well, especially for wands, it's not going to be a very high strength requirement.
Well, because there another comment shortly after this that talked about decks as well?
Yes.
Do you have that one?
I don't have that one. I know what you're talking about.
That's the big one.
Yeah, because it's I could see the bigger the weapon.
Oh wait, no, I do have that one.
The larger the strength requirement, but the lower you need from a dex perspective, from an accuracy perspective. So I could definitely see there kind of be scales of, as you're looking at these different levers and these different stats associated with weapons.
All right, so I got it. So Dex and Wiz will play into any attack abilities. Oh no, this is specific to healing. Any attack abilities the healer has, Wiz definitely plays into the healing power. That's not what we were looking for though. Hubert was active. A lot of comments when I searched his name. Oh, you have it?
Yeah, but it's going to be gross. It's going to be...
You got to read it.
Weapon proficiency. Excuse me. Weapon proficiencies. We don't have a system quite like that. Heroes have specific weapons. They are allowed to equip based on their class and subclass, but equipment will have a required amount of strength to be allowed to equip them, or required level for accessories. Huh. That's interesting. Weapons will have a target amount of dex required to be accurate with physical attacks, and wisdom plus dex focus for magical attacks, when their power will generally scale off of one or more of the hero stats as well. Armor does the same thing, but with endurance and wisdom for physical and magical defense. So something about this is super interesting is weapons will have a target amount of dex required to be accurate. So the way he says target amount means to me that you can wield it.
Right.
But it just might be ugly as shit if your dex is not where it needs to be. And so this goes against what I was saying earlier about the class and subclass, but I still think it's going to be very general. It's going to be like this group of classes have access to it. And also that subclass comment is really interesting, because if the subclass gives you access to it, that'd be interesting for for like a mixed, a weird mix of class and subclass.
Yeah, something like a wizard sub or
right.
But again, if it's going towards certain stats needed to be accurate with it, like I'm struggling to think of too many use cases, right? I feel like a paladin might be a use case where you could
The
use
wisdom
a
will be there.
wand because the wisdom, the wisdom will
I
be
would
there.
love to see a
dex wouldn't be,
paladin
though.
healer build.
Paladin healer build with like a priest sub.
Yeah.
And he's got a melee weapon, like a a mace or a sword, and then he drops it to some sort of wisdom based, hopefully like boosted healing weapon.
Yep.
I don't know,
Right. Maybe it's the idea of if I'm making a paladin that is purely a tank and like not meant to be attacking at all.
Right.
Am I using a wand that's going to boost up my wisdom a lot more than it already is pretty high, right?
Yeah. Well, and the comment here that
healing.
wisdom is magical defense, so it would make sense if the weapon assisted in your defense.
Right. Yeah. So I'm picturing like I don't want this paladin attacking ever.
Right.
He's purely there.
He's just a wall. Yep.
He's either a tank or he's support.
Right.
Or both in this sense.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. And then it's the whole comment of, I think this whole thing too, like Dark Knights are going to be a very interesting class as well.
I agree with that.
With the whole intelligence build aspect of it, of like, I could see a lot of funky Dark Knight builds being created.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, any of the low dex heroes, right? Dark Knight's actually pretty good dex.
He's got,
So that's a bad example, but, I'm thinking Paladin, I'm thinking Knight. What's another low dex? Well, I guess it's really the tanks are low dex.
Yeah.
So maybe that's okay.
The casters are kind of...
Right, but with the casters, with the magical accuracy, it's whiz.
It's not as big a deal.
And we don't know, just because they're saying that, we don't know that it's a 50-50 whiz dex split. It could be.
No, I honestly think he said it's higher wisdom.
Right. Great.
I honestly think that was said at some point. So, all right. I think their weapons. This is what the trailer showed. Looking at, I don't want to be too crazy, but like looking at these shadows, what do you guys think?
I mean, the middle one's a bow and arrow.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, yes, it looks like that.
The left one could be a mace or it could be a wand. I think they're amulets though.
The right one.
If you go back through the video,
no, I saw that the images of the amulets do not look like these. And also on the far right, I think could be like a magical, fire thing.
Fire, sword of fire.
I don't think it's fire, sword of fire, but it's kind of like a increase your spell by with fire somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the one that I think is hard to make out the silhouette. The middle one, to me, if that ends up not being a bow and arrow, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
And the left one, like some
and
kind of.
it says equipable rewards. So
what's the name of that weapon? Like cat and nine tails type of deal? Could that be what the left is? I'm picturing like a mace. You know what that is? Like
no.
It's almost like a whip type thing. It's like a mace, but like it has like kind of chains at the end. I don't know.
Isn't that a BDSM item?
I mean, or RPG, BDSM or RPG. Depends, what kind of role-playing game you're playing.
Yeah, I could potentially see that. I think it's closer to like an axe because it's just like a long shaft with like a big head. Come on, that was too easy.
Or it could be a
okay, I got you.
But like, nice. Or actually, honestly, something maybe like a wand because it is close to the
could be something around the sage path.
Flail, yeah, yes. There we go. Well, no, but flail has like usually a chain hanging off of it.
Correct.
Wait, is a flail the what's the
ball and chain?
That's the chain with the ball, the like mace.
Yeah, that's a flail.
The
that's a flail. Yes.
Yeah, that's not what it looks like to me. It's not hanging down.
No, I know. No, I mean it could be a mace too, or just kind of like a club kind of situation. But also with like the lines coming off of it, it might be a magic item.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
the right, I really have no idea.
Like also, yes, I was gonna say that RK3. It does kind of look like a keyblade.
It's a keyblade.
That's from
Yeah.
I'm
I
drawing
can
a
see
blank, and everyone's going to be very angry at me.
Speaking of the boxes, like Sticks Intern is, yes, this is something I wanted to say.
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. It's Kingdom Hearts.
What,
Sorry. It's Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
I knew that.
We're
I knew
past
it.
Maddie.
I knew
past
it. I knew it. Don't anyone get mad at me.
Nobody was mad at you.
People were mad.
You're making yourself the main character here. Nobody was mad at you. No, but Mario, I want my hero to jump up and punch that box.
Oh, for
In
sure.
order to
Yeah.
get it.
Oh, 100%. Yes. I
Big
agree. Kingdom Hearts.
The one on the right just doesn't look like a weapon, which is hard. But like maybe you can make some kind of case of like the Scholar Fan, something along those lines.
It could be something like a
Fan.
like a blade, like a monk weapon that's like
Oh,
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Could be.
yeah.
Like a handheld kind of like, you know.
I'm thinking
I can
something that
see
like
that.
goes on your wrist and like
Right,
kinda
right.
slices.
Yeah, yeah,
Little slice and dice.
yeah. Yeah. Or again, I still think it's like not like a physical. It's like a flame that like just gets added to the hero and like it increases their spell power. You know.
Like an amulet.
Right, but like a weapon version of that.
Guys,
Yeah.
just harping on the amulet. We're having
No,
amulet
we'll keep going
giveaways.
back to it.
Yeah.
I'm just excited amulets are a thing.
All right. So all right, but kind of rewinding on this, but still talking about it. Do you guys think they're going to be weapons, or what else could it possibly be? They said, like, Guy, you said this. I don't know if it got drawn out because I was talking. It
You were
said
having your moment with Kingdom Hearts there.
equipable. What was said about these 5 items? They're going to be equipable. I think that narrows it down to obviously only a few things. You know, what could it be if not weapons and armor? I mean, or is it all weapons, or could it be armor too?
Could be an amulet.
I
Well, so going back
possible.
to
Yeah, you're right.
I've got the hero equipment screen up. Did we ever decide if the sword on the left and the hand on the right, is that just main hand, offhand?
So
Yes.
Hubert answered this question and basically said yes, that there will be some items that are only available for like offhand, whether it's shields or otherwise.
Yeah. So
and then
that thing
some,
on the
but
right
then some
says
weapons will be
shield.
two-handed too, is what he said.
Yeah. So the black image on the right could have been like a shield or something along those lines. But I like the monk like
Kind of
like
has the shape like a
non-actual
pepper.
item being an option.
Just saying.
Bob, I believe the weapon is called a Kama. Kama, not a, I think this is a typo. There's a monk weapon called a Kama where it's like little blades in the hand. Kama. I might be pronouncing that wrong. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. See, but that's more of like a, yeah. It's more of like an axe kind of thing. So I don't know.
But like big picture, right?
Yeah,
Because
right.
we're really slipping into I don't know how we haven't lost viewers in the past 5 minutes.
This
Big
is what
picture.
this is bread and butter. Looking at these silhouettes and talking about what they might be.
Start a list of all the possibilities. No, but this is a pretty monumental kind of moment for this game, right? Aside from the idea that like, yeah, PvE, first real combat, first combat where we're getting rewards, first kind of foray into equipping items besides pets, right?
Mhm.
I mean, this is big, right?
This is huge.
Once they're kind of cats out of the bag here, once they realize this works, how difficult is it to add additional weapons and items, right? Now we're just changing different characteristics of what they do.
Yeah, it can become a balancing nightmare if there's too much, though.
Sure.
Well, but I think this was talked about, and this is, I think, part of the excitement is that this PvE, this like boar fight, this is it. This is the test run. You know, if this works or if it doesn't work, they can learn from it, and like from here, this is the launching ground. Mm-hmm. Like if this is the first step to completing it, I think in my mind. So I am like super amped about it. And Franz, I think you're right. Of like this is it. And it, like, for us paying attention, we're all going to be super excited. But I think this could bring in the attention of people who haven't been looking at DFK, you know, and seeing this actually function, I think is going to be so huge.
We've talked about the gameplay loop and the economy loop. Like, we need to see that come full circle.
Yeah.
And I think this is a huge step towards that.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot ahead, right?
Oh, sure.
Because you got to think, just like, even just within the confines of a match, we still don't have the skills for many of the classes. We still don't have, you know, even the codexes for many of the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Item usage, the idea of the battle budget, that's not implemented. And I don't mean to list all these things off.
No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, just to temper expectations a little bit. There is a long road ahead, but this is a big deal, and it's the beginning of that feedback loop. I think getting items in there is going to be kind of what that feedback loop needs, right?
100%.
We need to be using potions.
Right.
Because then we have a reason to go to the alchemist and a reason to, you know, harvest those milkweeds and whatever the hell else.
To keep foraging and fishing. Yep.
Right. I mean, that's the loop. And then eventually them taking this kind of once a day barrier off of this.
Right.
Which I think it's smart in the beginning, right? Keep it slow, keep it easier to monitor. Because they know that we as a community can, I mean, we've seen it with summoning. Things can get out of hand quickly as far as we ape in. So
no, I 100% agree, and I think we were talking about it in the chat. Chat's been talking about it. Stampots are already moving up after this announcement, and I think the market is going to reflect this, and people are going to see if this works or not, and things are going to happen as a result of that. You know, so I'm super amped. I'm so excited to get out there and try it. I think also, talking about the market responding. So when these rewards start coming in, these rewards are going to be actual NFTs. It says they're soul bound, so I don't know if we're going to be able to trade them once they're released. But the idea that playing this game is going to give us actual rewards of NFTs, I mean, it already does kind of, but equipable items is very exciting. And along that track, we know for a fact the archers dominate the combat testing ground. I am super bullish right now on going in the market and getting some archers. I've already kind of been eyeing some. I didn't pull the trigger before we went on the podcast, but I think archers are going to have a huge boost right now because they are the strongest of the three, or at least in the combat testing ground, in an offensive situation. I think they're the strongest right now. You know, we'll see what the boars can do. If the boars have strong attack, maybe knights and priests will be more important. But as it stands right now, a team of 3 archers can dominate, and I think archers are going to be. I think I'm going to get some archers probably tonight. To be honest.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that that it's a little more level than the training blubs were.
Yeah.
You know, they had plenty of time to kind of get data on that and how it was kind of balanced, right? So.
And what Hubert already said about like level 10 and then scaling up from there, they've already figured out, like, you can tell they've already figured out a lot of the balancing aspect.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I mean, yes,
we have a lot of good stuff in chat. That's the only thing I want.
Yeah, we do. We should get to chat. I just want to say, I think I of those 3, I still think Archer is going to be the most important. I think a team of 2 archers, and depending on what the boars can do, a knight or a priest, I think that team is going to be super strong.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I'm bullish on archers.
We'll see. None of us know.
Yeah, all right. What? What do you want?
Maddie wants us to tell him that he's right.
Yeah, I mean, always. It's always. I've always
no,
done.
so a few things in here.
And show you up.
Yeah.
Wowie, what's up, Wowie? I don't think the full message was understood. You can stamp out the heroes if they fail, but if they succeed, you can kill the boars again for 24 hours.
Right. Saying if you lose, you could go again.
Yeah.
It's only when you win does the 24-hour clock start up again.
Bob saying that we need an equipment mark in place.
I agree.
Agreed, and hopefully that's easy to implement into the tavern, potentially, because they're NFTs. I don't know. And then RK3 and Metal Green Giant are already talking about what I was gonna say. He said runes could pop up, so I checked the price, and they already have. They're up 60% Moksha rooms.
Damn.
So
That's wild.
They were already up anyways, too.
Yeah, they're up very big. I have quite a few that I might think about selling, but should we talk about the leveling event? Because
Yeah, let's get into that.
maybe I don't want to sell them. You know,
Yeah.
I might need them.
So they dropped this article. I haven't looked at it at all, so I have no idea. They announced as part of this trailer that there is going to be a leveling event as part of like the 2-year birthday. And usually how this works is the more level ups you do, the more tickets you get in a raffle, and then they give out. In years past, it's been a Gen Zero. I haven't read this article at all.
Well, this came out when we started streaming, so
yeah,
They had a lot of fun writing this. 2 years to the minute.
oh, they
They
published
know
it
the
like
exact
exactly.
launch
Oh,
time
good
of
for them. That's
DefiKingdoms.
fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. So yeah, so I'm assuming it's just straight up. Oh, it's based on where you level. Ooh, interesting.
good point, Bob. Increased supply once.
Right, they said runes will be part of the combat.
But again, wait. So this goes to September 5th. Do we think we're getting this before?
Yeah,
September
probably
5th?
not. Again, Bob's on it. He just said that in the chat.
I think I said it out loud first, so I'm gonna take.
Yeah, you said it out loud first. Yeah, Fran said it first,
Sorry,
Bob. Fran said it first.
Not that it's a competition, but
Yeah, but it is. Hubert did mention that this is potentially weeks away. The actual PVE. Now, I'm hoping that that's 2 to 3, but obviously, who knows. So potentially this whole event is going to happen prior to the PVE. So Moksha runes price probably will not be touched by it. But let's get back to this article. What was I going to say? We'll go back to the multiplier for the levels. So this is very interesting. Levels 2 through 9 is just 1 ticket per level. I'm assuming, right? Is that how it works?
If you level to level 3, you get 3 entries.
Oh, so it's per
if you
level.
Level to level 6, you get 6 entries.
But levels 10 through 15 is 2 times. So level 11, you're getting 22 entries. Does that make sense?
Good math.
okay.
Yeah. So 10 through 15 is 2 times. 16 through 8. Yeah, that makes sense because they want the whales. Yeah, the whales deserve it.
Well, and if you're stampotting to the next level on that, you're using a lot more stampots.
You're using a lot. Yeah.
I have one ready if we want to do a level real quick.
No.
Just one quick random level.
Just wait.
No, it started, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
When's it start?
8:55.
Yeah, we're live.
It's live. Oh, wow, it's live currently. All right, cool.
Level 13. I'm gonna
do a level up.
there.
Yeah. Wait. Let's see Let me see. So it's 12 to 13 or 13 to 14.
What?
Friends, what is
He's
the
trying to do math.
No, I'm trying to.
24
I
and
have
26 entries.
the right crystals. It's 13 to 14.
Ooh, 28.
28. You're gonna get 28 entries on this.
That's awesome. All right, cool. This is a PJ Archer
Nice.
that I purchased. Dark Knight sub.
Nice.
That's fun.
It's got 45 decks. It's pretty
Is that
solid.
a straight crystal? Really?
Dark Knight sub.
Right, but all right.
No? Wait, let's talk it out.
I think you should be Dex.
Dark Knight sub.
He's already got his min
What's
max
chat
archer.
think? We
What's
can
the
talk
Dex?
about other
What's the
things.
Dex subclass?
do you
It's like 15%.
Where is that?
I don't know.
13.75.
You
Versus
boost that.
21 for strength.
You boost that 15.
I like this play.
Okay.
I do too. If anyone in
Okay.
chat feels different, let's speak up
Because
now.
you don't want to level all of your heroes the exact same way.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
I'm saying
in general.
Dex.
If this guy is this is a legendary archer. What's the abilities?
PJ.
The Dark Knight sub, though.
Yeah, but like that's not gonna. It doesn't affect it
special.
that much. Nothing special. I still think Dex.
What's the crafting profession?
Tailoring, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, irrelevant.
Yeah, with blue.
And
Yeah.
it is a foraging archer too, so
I mean,
I don't think you're
care
changing
about
your mind. I think you're set.
I am pretty set.
I support this.
All right.
And then we're gonna go Vit, and we're gonna go Endurance.
Why aren't you going strength?
Interesting.
I'm using
Yeah.
Crystal.
What?
This is an interesting level up. Okay.
No good.
Well, so you
I'd
can
say put
understand
a
how
strength
Fran plays
50-50 in
video
there.
games.
I like the way
He focuses
iOS code's
on
thinking.
almost borderline
that's
his
Sixth
worst
Sense
stat.
I didn't have right now that I would have.
What you think? France wants everybody to be well-rounded. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
No, we talked about this last time. Guy was giving me shit. I subscribe to the min-maxing theory. My mins, I like them to have a little meat on the bone.
So why aren't you using your secondary?
Because it makes me feel good. I don't know.
I
can't articulate an argument around it.
Okay.
But I don't like when something has like, I don't know.
Right.
A paladin with
unusable stat.
Bare bones. Yeah.
But it's not like for everything. Like I'm not hitting agility on paladins because I'm like, oh, I don't want it to be too low. But like something like strength on an archer, like we're not talking.
No, I know.
Hold on.
It's like 60%, right?
And we just finished the whole conversation about using strength for weapons.
True.
Yeah, like strength is still an archer stat. It's not like I'm like if this was a wizard or say this was a priest Dark Knight, I wouldn't be saying,
Hit
Dark
the growth
Knight
button
strength.
again.
Let's do it.
From the tier perspective, is strength the archer's number 2 or 3 skill?
Go to the growth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was looking for the hero based. I never looked at this thing.
Actually, that's surprising.
Yeah, that's
Is it
why I'm going
55?
endurance.
Is that what strength is?
55.
Yeah.
Surprised endurance is that high up.
And another thing, if we're talking dex on an archer, all right.
I do have
this guy. So
you have the guy.
I'm set. All right.
Yeah.
What level is he?
13.
13.
Wow.
3 summons.
Is he top 10?
We can look. No, he's on pace. The last I checked, he's on pace for highest dex archer in the game. There'll be spell bows with higher.
Right. Okay.
I think just naturally.
Yeah.
But
what's his what is his? Is it like 85?
No, it's not quite that high. Oh, it's 88 on the primary, yeah, and then 39. Then 40% on the secondary.
Damn.
I'm doing another one. So there's this guy in Discord that has a perfect knight that would be great. I want to do another dark summon with knights this time. With Vid.
You want to create a what? Vitality?
So I was talking to a guy about this off stream a little bit. I want to do endurance because knight endurance, like you can really, but I just can't bring myself to put an endurance stone. Like it's got to be vitality. Like I'm gonna guarantee endurance every level.
I know it's hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
I'm also looking for this. I want to do a greater dex stone, and like greater dex crystal legionnaire.
Yes, I agree with that.
I want to go be attacking because
they're like top. They're very high, 65%, I think, for them on dex.
Right. And I think it's something that like we all say like, oh yeah, I want to do that. Like no one's going to. It's the type of thing where it's very hard to not guarantee vitality on a legionnaire or endurance on a legionnaire or strength even. I don't think anyone's actually going to go through with dex being the lead. So I think it'll be a unique hero.
I agree with that. I think it's a good move. I also think. I mean, it's also tough because like.
Ooh, very good point.
Yeah. But I also think
it was a good point.
I don't know. I can't get excited about luck. I don't get excited about luck. I don't. In any hero. I just don't. That's not how I play games. I don't like RNG. I don't like luck-based things. I don't know. Wait, guys, say your thing.
Give me a luck bard all day.
Do you have a PvP ready bard yet? You've talked about bards.
I have one
nonstop.
I've got
Guys all talk. He doesn't go get the heroes.
I know. I've got.
I didn't think I thought you were gonna fight me on that. I know.
I've got a Gen 1 bard with 5 summons.
Ooh, an alert just hit.
So as I continue to level him up, I can create a bard. He's got leadership.
A legendary
Yeah.
If anyone's interested, a legendary Dark Knight just hit
Legendary.
with and 1 toxic. Nothing special there.
iOS code dropping some knowledge on me, so I should shut up. But that's a fair point. Is that luck is used for straight up like bonuses for the archer?
Yeah, no, they have a whole section of the skill tree.
It's not like RNG increases. It's actual like use case. Wow, you just pulled the trigger.
Yeah,
I'm glad you did the strength. I'm glad you did strength for the 50-50.
Oh,
I think
I didn't mean to do that.
I think I was. I think you should have though.
That's fine. We'll see if
I
I hit
think
it.
if you're gonna commit the
No,
the
but
stone to it.
I went ahead with it because I realized we're turning this into another stream of just like look at my heroes, and I didn't want to do too much
50% of what we
that.
do. That's 50% of what we do. Let's look at
There'll be other
Francis
streams for that.
Yeah.
I do have 2 more levels if we want to just keep doing.
There was a whole other subject I wanted to talk about. Let me pull up the notes.
Yeah, there's definitely more to say.
Quick note: any equipment that they do give out for the part of this PVE, durability is not going to be active on them, which I think is interesting.
Right.
That they noted that in the announcement in the Medium article. So we won't have to worry about that. That's all right.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'd say
all three bonuses. Look at all 3 bonuses. Yeah.
Yeah. Got a nice intelligence for the pharmacing for the foraging.
plus
Yeah.
9.
Pharmacy?
Yeah, that's nothing to be disappointed about,
Yeah.
actually.
Got a luck for iOS code.
There you go.
Cool.
So you just got what did we say?
28 entries or
28 tickets. Yeah.
Want me to do one of these? Ooh, this guy's fun. This is a pirate berserker. And I think did they say they're changing the berserker's move? The move where you take them down to like 1 health.
I don't think so. What do you mean?
No, I thought it might be getting. So this this berserker, I bought him specifically because
Yeah. You have last name?
he has Giant Slayer and Duelist.
Holy
and that would
shit!
It would be better if the Duelist was a what's the other one? Where if you're what's basic
clutch.
Yeah, it'd be better if
Yeah.
it was clutch, but like
Yeah.
I'm thinking of this as an end of game.
Right.
Duelist is when it's one-on-one.
Yep.
Giant Slayer. So if I have less health, and then Berserker has that move
totally.
where you take him down to 1 health, and so then
He
it would
gets
activate
like
both
60%
of
or
these.
something like that. Yeah. No, it's amazing. Yeah. This guy's awesome. I love it.
So I'm very happy with it. We'll see what happens here.
Wait, that's the subclass though, right?
Berserker's the sub, and so we're going strength again on this one.
Yeah, smart. What's his dex in general?
24. So we're going dex because I want to even that out.
Oh, you are gonna, but you're going with the stone. See, that's interesting. So you, the stone and the guaranteed, you don't ever align, or not don't ever, but like you don't care enough. I always try to align. If I'm using a crystal, I always try to align it with my guaranteed.
I don't see correlation there.
Because I want that to. I'm going all in on that one, in my opinion. If I'm using a crystal, I'm going all in on that stat.
You're trying for the +3 among anything.
Exactly.
More than anything.
Right.
Yeah, I look at it more as like I just want to get something like I don't know.
Right.
I think as like going.
You want more.
+3.
You want your guys more well-rounded.
Until we know what this game is, yes, I want
That's
everything.
fair. Yeah.
A version of well-rounded, so that I could pivot off of that later on.
No.
Which, again, the Dark Summoning Pit. What's up, Grady? By the way, the Dark Summoning Pit. It doesn't need to be well-rounded.
Ooh.
I can pivot differently.
I love this level up
for strength. Though.
That is brutal strength.
But brutal for, not beautiful.
Brutal.
Sounds
But you see, here's the thing: like if I like guaranteeing the strength in this, and it's mental, it doesn't mean anything. But if I get a +1 on strength and I use a crystal, mentally, I'm not going to be as upset. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I see what you're doing.
I mean, the vit's good. Grady, if you're still there, one thing I wanted to mention: Grady and Christian Peters' pod yesterday. They were talking a lot about some other games, and I've missed some of their recent pods. It sounded like they've had some of these people from Spider Tanks and Champion something on their streams.
That's cool.
I'm trying some of those games out tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. They were saying you
Spider
can make like
Tanks looks
$60 a
cool.
day on Spider Tanks if you're like top. So I'm thinking like if I could be mid and make like $20 a day.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm excited.
that sounds cool. I didn't
want
watch
to just
either.
slip that in there at some point.
No, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. If we're gonna talk about other games, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 so
That's
much.
not a crypto game.
It's not a crypto game, I know, but it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I've not slept several nights.
What's
because
your main character?
So I have two, obviously. The first one was
not obvious. I didn't know that.
Well, no, like I have two playthroughs going actively. The first one is a tiefling wild magic sorcerer. And actually, I just respec her into a paladin because sorcerer is very difficult to play because they have no hit points whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you can respec whenever you want, which is just so much fun. And then the second one is a half orc fighter who's just this goddamn beast. He's a dual wielding, and I got I got this. So one little tangent, I got this legendary like mace from like this one random mission that was like super cool. And then there's another mission you go on that is like a mirror match. So like you fight your like mirror, and if you beat it, you get all the same items. So he's dual wielding the same legendary mace that like is super hard to get.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much fun. The game is so good, guy. You would love it.
How many hours in do you think you are?
I'm not gonna disclose that. I'm not gonna disclose that at this time.
Back to DFK.
Yes, back to DFK.
So I'm going strength with the mic crystal here. You happy?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
This is what I think you should be doing.
Dragoon warrior.
Yeah, this checks out. Yeah.
For the one well-rounded class, you're gonna min-max. Got it.
Holy shit! Wow, wowie. 100 hours. Wow, it came out 2 weeks ago, man.
It's a full-time job, man.
I have a high number, but not that.
What else did we have to hit on?
Okay, I wanted to talk about. Let me pull up my notes. We hit on archers. I think they're going to be important.
We hit the leveling event. We hit jeweled price action.
I love you for this comment. Thank you. You make us feel good.
Something I wanted to bring up, Franz. You were talking about this in the pre-show, and we sort of touched on it, but I want to go back to it and really stress on it. Obviously, like we said, like the early levels is going to be tough, but the experience that you gain needs to be significant. It needs to be better than a level 10 training quest, right?
Oh, absolutely. So the way I'm thinking, or a mix of the experience and the rewards, right?
Right.
Because if you're thinking about just experience, why am I going to do this over having my bot make it go fish? Exactly. But if I have a chance to get a cool sword or what we think's a bow and arrow or a flail, some BDSM weapons,
the fire sword of fire,
then that changes it. Maybe I still think experience
you'll sacrifice whatever. Yeah. Right. There's only once a day, so you're only missing out on one profession quest or training quest.
When we're just fighting, so when PvE is fully rolled out, and I'm going on quests into Forbidden Forests and through caves of fucking, sorcery or something. Then there's a storyline. There's, I just went with sign there. Then there's a storyline. There are gripping things. There are different battles. It's engaging on its own. Right now, these boars, they're going to be engaging on their own for about a day and a half, maybe. Right. If you're WoWing, maybe like a week. But like after that, the rewards are going to be driving this.
Yeah.
So how long are they going to drive? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I agree. Yeah.
That's the other thing. And I hate like being this guy because it's not even out yet. And I'm saying what's next. But I go back to the scrolls, right? Where the scrolls were really cool and interesting when they first came out.
Right.
And then a month went by, and then 2 months went by. And that's an exaggerated example. A lot happened that forced things to, kind of stall on that. But if 3 months, 4 months, 5 months go by and we're still just hitting boars for the same 5 pieces of equipment, it's going to turn something that's really great right now into something that, like, we almost resent them for after a while, So, like, I hope that they understand that, like, they need to use this as a jumping off point and really continue to build off it. And I think they do.
Yeah.
Right?
No, and I think that's a real criticism that I think they would agree with that statement. I don't think they'd be upset with that of like, yeah, totally. Like, I think this, and we were talking about this, like, this is the moment. This is the stepping stone where you launch off of this. You know what I mean? And so if we're stuck on the stepping stone for a long time and with no step, this analogy is weird, but you know what I mean? Like, I think
no, you were rocking it. Keep going.
And to compare it to like duels too, of having those seasons and having progressions and changes from
and this new like champions thing is so cool, and like it's bringing us into duels. And I know, shout out again to the Mythic Squad guys. When they were talking to Frisky, he was like so proud of it and so excited to like talk about the like dual stuff. And I think that's exciting. And it does bring, I think, like those mythics, I think it was either Mosh or Beeve. I can't tell the difference between them sometimes.
How could
they said that they weren't dueling, and now that the champion system is in there, they're going to start dueling. And like that's exciting because they're adding new things to it, and that's kind of like what you want with the game. You want to develop and build out stuff like that. Yeah. So but I think that's a fair criticism of like, I think the scrolls are a great example. Again, shout out to Mythic Squad. Ask Starbuck. He complains more than anybody about
me
scrolls.
and him are in lockstep on that.
Yeah. So I think that's a fair point of like, this is it, man. This launch off of this.
Like, it's the idea of like, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Like, the toothpaste is out with these boars.
Yeah.
There's no waiting 6 months while we fix something or change, a mechanic that's going to take a really long time. And I listen, I know PvP is not going to be tomorrow, right? Still, we have time, and I think the community understands that, but we need to see kind of gradual progression off of this boar quest. And I think when you build momentum, you have to keep building it.
Totally. And I think getting this out and having this be successful is like that first step.
Yes.
And all of us are so amped about it. Like I'm pumped up. I mean, I know Wowie is. He's been messaging me all day. So, all right. Let me check my notes. This is another great level up, by the way.
Yeah, this is solid for a Dragoon. I mean, this is what you want. It's got points everywhere. Would have liked some.
I was gonna say, did you get 3 +9s? But this one's a +8. Still solid though.
Were the other two +9?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even count them up. Cool. That's great. What was I gonna say? Bud didn't seem to be here tonight. He's a loyal listener. He's here every week, so we're gonna give him one more week. He has not claimed Sir Worm's hero. Nobody wants this fucking hero. So Worm gave it away. I'm giving it away. Bud's not claiming it.
This is the France keeps it one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't get rid of this hero. So we're gonna give Bud another week. If he doesn't message me by next week, and if he's not on next stream, we're gonna give that thing away again. And also, Maddie, I don't know if you heard, you owe Vibes a gray egg.
I sent him for like getting the slogan right. I sent him those.
No, this was because I hit the wheel by accident before we were ready.
Oh, all right, sure,
right,
sure, yeah, yes.
We said that you were gonna send them one. Oh, Bud's here.
There's Bud.
No, Bud, I want to give it to you.
Give it to someone else. He says give it to someone else.
Nobody wants this hero. But do you have Twitter? Do you want to just drop your address in the chat? I don't know. I guess,
you do you, pal.
I guess you could. We're going to figure something out. That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Nobody wants this hero. All right, Maddie, what were you going to say now?
No, I think there was something else we were talking on the pre-show, but I didn't write it down. So I think that's kind of it I had for this trailer. I think I'm super excited. I think the only thing that's going to be tough is like and I don't know if we want to get into this, but like, you know, I have my main account on DFK Helper, and it's like auto. I'm gonna have to go in and manually pull out my guys to do this combat, which I think I'll be fine doing. I mean, I'll need to kind of figure out the schedule that they're on and make sure I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to jump into the bot account, but
You don't just like use things in your bot account all the time?
No, I mean I do in general, and maybe I'll just like stam pot, to be honest, because I have not a lot, but like a decent amount of stam pots, like enough that it won't be a big deal once a day, you know. But that is kind of interesting of like you have to manually do these, and iOS code was talking about that. Is like I don't think you're going to be able to bot this PVE mission.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Thanks, bud.
He said support guy.
No Twitter or MetaMask. What? Okay.
The legend of Bud Gross.
Yeah. Who is this person? But just that idea of like people who are, and which I think is a lot of the people playing the game right now who have the bot accounts. You'll need to kind of think of a strategy of how you're going to jump in and pull those out of their ongoing profession quests or training quests, you know, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is another one where mining kind of loses out. Because, like,
Right,
18 miners, they're on a set schedule. Now, all of a sudden, you're pulling one out. Like, I think that one just won't be able to be a miner anymore. Like, you're going to have to put someone else into that 18.
Well, all right, so this is a question. Don't you want every single one of your heroes doing the once-a-day mission?
I have quite a few heroes.
No, it's once a day.
Yeah.
Every hero gets one attempt a day.
It depends what the rewards are. Yeah, you want as
well. Actually, no. I was wrong on that. Every hero gets one completed hunt a day.
Yeah.
So if you fail, you can try again. Yeah.
But assuming we're gonna beat these boars because they don't look too tough, they look kind of wimpy.
They're pretty scary looking. They're pretty scary looking.
I think they're gonna be pushovers.
I'm scared of them.
Oh well.
The boars. It's interesting that the big guy's in the back, by the way. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I don't know if that was just a visual.
Well, I think it's like a boss progression thing.
Like beat the minions, but also Archer's the only one who can hit the back row.
Right.
Or Priest can too, but Priest is like
they're wimpy.
Terrible. Yeah.
Speaking of Priest, nice segue. I like this guy a lot. Priest Thief.
Wait, we didn't answer my question, but
what was your question?
Don't you want to do this with all your heroes every day?
Ideally, but like, are you gonna quit your job to fight boars? I know you want to.
I mean, if it pays enough, right?
I mean, I don't think it's going to. Within the DFK ecosystem, it's probably gonna be a nice reward, but as far as real life money goes, not quite yet. No, but like, I want to do this with as many as possible. But how many is that, right?
Yeah. Well, and
is that 9? Is it 12? Is it 15?
I think it's more than that. I think it's
every
30
day?
30 or 45.
Every day.
It's possible in my mind. Yes.
Okay.
But that's like a full effort for me with my full-time job. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's for everybody, but I think it's definitely possible. I mean, I've said this for years. This is what I want to do. I want to play crypto games for a living. This is what I want to do.
Yeah. Doesn't sound bad.
No.
Anyway, did we answer your question now? I could talk about my heroes.
Well, guy, what are you thinking?
God.
As many as you can.
And what is that? Realistically, what is that for you?
Time is a finite asset.
I understand. So you're the most busy. You got more responsibilities than both of us combined. Well, maybe not combined, but
yeah. He's got 2 kids.
Yeah.
But obviously
so
you do as much as you can, and we'll see how good the rewards are to figure out if we're going to be waking up at 4 a.m. to quest.
There was a time
where
I was fighting to keep my eyes open, waiting for one more tick of stamina to fill back up.
Now,
Maddie's gonna quit his job.
Any aspect of Baldur's Gate an idler? Are you actively participating in the whole game?
Nah, it's like Skyrim.
That's brutal.
All right, we ready to talk about my hero?
How
Yeah,
dare
I've had
you?
like 3 missed summons.
Six intern.
during all
How
this
dare you? I'm
weekend.
not even putting that up on the chat. How dare you, six intern?
I'll put it up.
No, take that away. Yeah. All right. Let's see this hero. Let's move on.
So, Priest Thief. Gardener. It's cool. Double
Great.
Foresight.
I like the double
Ooh.
foresight.
With the Thief sub.
Yeah, that's fun.
You know I like my Double Foresight. We had a whole pod about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought this off someone and they weren't doing agility. I pumped it up as much as I could.
Yeah.
I bought a whole wallet of PJ heroes a while back,
nice.
and this was one of the non-PG heroes that, like, every hero this guy kept was like special and good for a reason. So it was cool.
So what are we picking here?
Let's see. We're going Wiz first, Intelligence, and Agi.
But then and then the stone is.
Yeah, because the stone is
Agi.
a thief sub.
Yeah, I like it. I love this a
My
lot.
highest.
Yeah, I like this. Is it a regular stone? Or crystal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing a regular. This is one of my better. I have 2 legendary priests. One's double chatterbox, and then this one's double foresight.
Love
The other one is
Chatterbox
double
on it.
chatterbox with a paladin sub. So I think it could be interesting.
Ooh, that's
Just
super
'cause
cool.
Like I don't know if the paladin's gonna have any heals that are gonna like supersede the priest heals. You know?
Right. Well,
But
I
maybe
imagine they'll have a lay on hands that is going to be interesting.
Remind me what lay on hands is again. The exact effect.
Heal, but touch. It has to be touch, and you can touch yourself.
Is
So
this
lay
with
on
the Cat
hands,
of Nine Tails, BD7?
There's like cornerstone moves in video games that
Yeah,
you can
lay on
only
hands is
use
just-
like
yeah.
once a day.
No, I know it's
Well,
famous.
yeah, lay on hands is like, at least in D&D,
Sounds like
it's
nobody
limited.
knows.
So in WoW, it was like something that had a 60-minute cooldown.
Okay.
So like
Interesting.
if you were raiding, you could only use
could only
lay on
use it.
hands
Yeah,
on
yeah.
boss fights. And if you wiped, you couldn't use it on the next boss pull. But lay on hands was no matter how much health you have, it's 100% heal.
Oh shit, that's very nice.
Huge.
Got it.
So lay on hands in D&D, it's a separate kind of mana base, and as you level up, you get more of it. But it's unrelated to your other paladin spells. It was like its own. I mean, kind of similar to what you're talking about. Like it's a separate resource, you know.
Yeah.
But in general, I think lay on hands. I don't know how they're gonna create a paladin and not include lay on hands in some fashion.
Yeah.
Like because it's just 1-in-1. They're the same. Like you have to have a paladin with lay on hands.
I agree.
And it's heal, right? I mean, I don't know how it was in WoW, but it's heal, but it has to be touch. And it could be self or party members.
I don't know if it was melee range. I don't think it was.
It had
to
a
Wowie's point, it was no mana too, which made it like super OP.
Yes,
and
100%.
in PvP, there were a lot of broken mechanics
Oh.
with it. That's a
Fuck is
rug.
That's tough.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Dump it.
If someone has a priest thief with double foresight, legendary, I want to throw this one in the pit now. I might go searching tonight. Just saying.
Wowie, wasn't there an aura paladins had or priests had that did something to like prevent you from using mana, and there was a broken 2v2 PvP mechanic that you can use lay on hands and still maintain your mana or something like that. But anyways,
That was an ugly level up.
that was
Yeah, I'm not
pretty.
happy.
We got another one. Oh, a common.
How many level ups do you have? Does your bot
So
do anything?
I no. So you know how with the helper bot, you could have some set to just warn you.
Oh, so these aren't on auto.
Frisky mentioned that this was going to be
Oh, so you saved.
an
Oh,
event,
smart.
so I just stopped doing all the warn ones. I let everything else go as it was going. I probably should just shut off levels altogether. But so these have been sitting for a few days.
Smart. You're smart. You're a smart
but
one.
like- But like, how much XP did I lose in the
Right.
process?
Yeah. 2 days, and these guys are all
Yeah, it's fine.
mid levels. Yeah.
Do I want strength? I think I want endurance. The endurance is really low in this guy.
Who is this guy?
It's a pirate PJ.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pirate is the most is the class I'm most excited about for the matching. I think it's the strongest.
What's the matching on that?
It's like add +1 range to all attacks, add like plus agility to everything. Like he like changes the hero completely, and it's all passive.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Interesting.
his and that's the the level, the tier 15, or the super move.
Yeah, what's this guy got? It's at 1/4-sided clutch, iron scan and critical aim.
Yeah.
Paladin.
But like I think like pirate rares are going to be competitive in PvP because they're like they have that much of an edge.
Oh, this is the other thing. So this guy again that I bought this wallet off of, and it was full of these PJ heroes. He also sold me I often talk about my stash of atonement crystals.
Right. Yeah.
So all of these heroes have a lesser and a regular atonement. They're all like pretty high HP. Like 736, like I don't know how that compares with other level 12s. That seems high to me though, just from the Fight Club days of, seeing health. So
excellent.
Let's see how we do. This is my last level up, by the way, of ones I have.
Wowie said they patched it out.
They did patch it out. Sticks intern made a good comment too of there were two funky things. One was like a druid and a paladin combo that like the druid could shapeshift out and basically reset its mana. And then the priest had some kind of like the next move that's cast is cast for no mana. So there were these like super ultimates that were used that were free.
There's, if you've ever played a level 20 D&D campaign, the level 20 druid is literally indestructible because it can shapeshift on command. It can shapeshift on command, and the hit points reset every single shift. So literally, no matter what you throw at it, even if that shot kills it, it will shift back to its original form, or his original form, the hero's form, and it will reset the hit
points.
It's
an endless loop.
Yeah, he's immortal.
Yeah,
this is good. This is another solid level up. Yeah,
digits.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's a lot of numbers.
5 level 12 pirates in tavern. Only one is over 700 health. All right.
Damn.
All right.
I mean, that's in the tavern, but that's still
Yeah, we're happy with that.
Yeah.
PJ. I want those PJ LAN tournaments. That's what I was thinking when I bought this. Was like, I'm gonna have a shot at PJ LAN tournaments just by pure number of PJ heroes.
I mean, and they're going to do something related to that. They know they have.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not going to be what we originally thought.
Look at the amulets, though. I mean, this has been a joke since forever. That the amulets are never going to happen, and now they're happening. Like the team knows. They know they have scorecards. They're keeping track. Just as much as we are. So I think
I'm sure they feel the pressure. They know how long that's.
Yeah, PJ LAN tournaments are going to happen in some form, at some point. So
we need PvP first.
Yeah,
and we need travel first. And we need crafting first.
Do we?
Yes.
We
in that order?
Because
we definitely need travel. I still think that we're gonna get crafting before PvP. Maybe I'm wrong on that though. That's speculation.
Yeah, I think we'll have PvP first.
Yeah,
but I do think we need travel. You need travel for LAN tournaments because we need to have several simultaneously.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. But regardless, there's a lot of good stuff coming.
Oh, I know. It's super exciting.
If they use this as a true jumping off point, if they build off of this boar fight into more and more, releases, it's up only.
I 100% agree with that, and I think.
What's up, Christian? By the way,
I don't know.
I didn't say hi to you.
I forget. Oh, hey, Christian.
He's been here. I meant to pull one of his comments up before.
Yeah. What was I going to say about? I forget. The team is paying attention, and they will make sure that they love the community just as much as the community loves them. So they're going to make sure that everybody is. Well, maybe not everybody, but
yeah. You're just making proclamations. No, I think it's time to wrap the show.
It's hour 30. This is where we can start rambling. Yeah. I love this comment from Christian. because he
What's
added Franz, but not me and Guy. Anyways, all right. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. I'm going to give my final comments first before I ask you guys for final comments. I think this is like I said, this is the stepping stone. That this is the first step, and from here it is just the sky. You know, they say the sky is the limit. I'm saying we're already going to be in the sky after this step. Yeah, it's the sky. I'm super excited. I trust the team, and I think I think this is last chance right now. Especially like we were talking about the whale dumping and like buying Jewel. I think this is it. I think this is last chance. I shouldn't say that. Not financial advice. I think potentially
the most rambling we've ever had in the last comment.
I think potentially this is the bottom, and it's only up from here. All right. Do you guys have any final comments on the trailer, on anything we talked about tonight? Come on.
Ape. One word.
Yeah, no. I think I really hope that the PvE comes out like within a week or two. Right. Because I think they did a good job pumping it up, and I think it would be a waste to have all this culmination into today and then have us wait another 3 weeks. I hope that they just keep going from there. I'm going to go less lovey-dovey on mine and more of like a challenge of like, all right, let's see what you can do.
Yeah.
All the obstacles are behind us, you know, the bridge hacks and I should knock on wood, right? But all of that is behind us.
I move my last hero off of Sarandale.
Yeah, all that's behind us. Let's see what we can do moving forward. No more headwinds, only tailwinds.
Guy, any last thoughts?
I need to create a bard that's better than Francis Archer.
Wow.
Good luck with that.
I meant to say I have a rare bard with double intimidation.
Interesting.
Rare?
I have a bard with leadership. Maybe they should.
Oh, that's
be friends.
a topic maybe for next week. The idea that rare isn't rare.
Yeah.
Legendary isn't rare. Mythic's a little rare.
We'll
leave you with that to ponder until next week.
All right, that's good. Yeah. It has to have a.
We just did final comments. Like, there's nothing after.
This has been an episode of Bogside Chats. My name is Matty Pesk for Franz and for Guy Kid. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.
See y'all.
Bye, guys.